The 2016 Valvoline Motorsport Ireland Forest Rally Championship in association with the following sponsors. With 7 rounds in total featuring the best forestry stages in the north and south of Ireland, there's a long road ahead with many twists and turns before the end. Carrick and Suir Motor Club kick off the season with the Willie Lockman Forest Rally, and one thing's for sure, it's gonna be a tight battle on the loose.
On the Limit Sports, well, we've returned to the forests for the opening round of the 2016 Valvoline National Forestry Rally Championship. Suir Motor Club play host to round 1, the Willie Lockman Rally, and that consists of 75 kilometres of forestry roads over stages named Clondonald, Gurteen and the infamous Slieve na Mon. Winners of this event include names such as the Rally Ace, Craig Breen, and the Rally Legend, Kenny McKinstry. But there is also one from 2001, that's Dermot Kelly, and he's making a return this weekend after a long sabbatical from the sport. Dermot, was there much of a deliberation for this return?
It was a bit, to be fair, but I had in my mind to come back for the last couple of years, so finally took the crunch and made it here.
Well done, your father was previous winner of this event back in 1984. Are there going to be expectations from you today?
God, no, I haven't been in the wood, I'd say, in 14 years, so I'm only going to take a handy today.
Another driver who'll be easing himself back into the sport after a long layoff is Robert Moffett. Things have come a long way since his last outing, and son Sam is on hand to get him up to speed with the technology.
This has got to be one of the most important lessons of the day.
Yeah, he needs to know how to use the car. I suppose that'll be the most important thing. No, all's fine, just making sure he knows what all the buttons do here. He's only driven the car, we don't know what the buttons do yet, but we'll get there.
What's the most important one?
Stage mode. If we're not in stage mode, we'll not be going too far.
Have you got confidence in him?
Oh yeah, all the confidence in the world. I don't know if he taught me how to drive, but sure, I'll try and teach him.
There are some new faces among the regular two-wheel drive contenders, all looking to dethrone last year's champion, Mickey Conlon.
Well, it's a brand new season in the Valvoline Championship, and I know you're up for the challenge.
That's right, hopefully things will go well today, and we'll give it a shot now. But look at Shane's back, so it's not going to be easy with Shane and Edgerton and John Gordon here behind us, so look, it's all to play for.
Well, there was top accolades for you in the 2015 championship, so it's all to play for again this year.
Yeah, with a good year, good run, good results all year, and finished every rally, so hopefully we'll have the same luck this year.
So you're co-driving for Adrian McGuigan this weekend?
That's it, in the Corolla, so I had to beat this man here, Mickey Conlon.
It should be an easy enough task now.
Yeah, so he just wants me to do his stickers and that's it. All right.
Okay, so the championship title was yours in 2013 and 14.
It was.
Missed out last year on that hat trick, so are you going to go for it this year? 2016 is an important one for you.
Well, the plan is to try and do the championship this year. There's fantastic competition in two-wheel drive this year. I see Adrian's thinking of doing the championship here too. David Condell's down too, which is great to see some new names in the woods again.
Clerk of the course, Barry Duggan, and his team have once again put together an excellent event comprised of 4 stages, each run twice, set in the scenic Suir Valley. It was a cold and cloudy start to the day, and after the withdrawal of last year's runner-up and champion respectively, Mick O'Brien and Josh Moffett, Sam Moffett was running first on the road in his Ford Fiesta R5. It was his first time on gravel in the new car and set quickest time on the opening stage, but had slipped to second by the end of the loop. Third quickest on the opener despite this overshoot. Liam Ryan and Keith Moriarty survived a big scare on stage 4 and slipped to 6th overall in their Evo 8. Third overall in last year's championship, Ger Lucy and JJ Kremen had to contend with overheating problems in their similar machine and finished the loop in 5th place. Reigning junior champions Patrick O'Brien and Anya McGuigan made the step up to 4-wheel drive in a Mitsubishi and held 3rd overall despite differential troubles in the Evo.
This up to crest and to Keir, 5 right over crest jump at the top to 200 down. To chicane right entry.
It didn't take Niall McCullough and Ryan McCluskey long to learn the treacherous nature of the stages.
Push, 60, till the 2 right tightens, keep in on it. 2 right tightens, keep in on it.
Undaunted, the Oma crew set 2 fastest times through the opening loop to move into a 16-second lead in their Class 20 Evo 6.
Right in the middle over this crest bump, it's okay, you have 130. Middle over this crest and bump, you have 300 down till a 1 left. So 300 you're on now, 1 left, 250.
Former champion Dermot Kelly was finding the going tough on his return to rallying. He and navigator Greg Shinners held 10th overall after 4 stages in the PM-hired Evo 7. Also taking a while to get back into the swing of things was Robert Moffett in the Fiesta WRC, who was outside the top 10 but leading Class 7 with navigator James O'Reilly. Don Keating and Adam Coffey were 6th quickest on stage 1, but an off-road incident on stage 2 cost them dearly, and they slipped to 42nd overall in the Subaru Impreza. Michael Carbin and Dara Kelly were having a fine drive in their trusty Evo 4. 4 stages down, 4th overall, and just 4 seconds off a podium position. The rally was proving a treacherous event with a number of high-profile retirements accruing throughout the day, including Andrew Fanning, Gary Kiernan, Michael McGillen, and Cahan McCourt, to name but a few.
Niall, with the list of retirements, did you expect this result to be number 1?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't think. We thought we wouldn't be far away. We've done our homework on the notes and stuff, but we're happy enough where we are. We didn't think we'd be up as high, but we'll take it when we're getting it.
The event was decimating the 2-wheel drive field too, with Shane McGurr and Jackie Elliott succumbing to drive shaft trouble on stage 1. Although the former champions hope to make it back out under Rally 2 rules. Adrian Hetherington and Gary Nolan built up a 9-second lead after 2 stages, but a stage 3 off saw them lose that and left them lucky to be still going and holding 8th overall in their Class 14 machine.
Well, evidently, you've fallen victim to these forest roads as well, Adrian.
Yeah, we're very lucky to be here now. We had a big moment on stage 3, about halfway through it. We just car got out of shape and got into a big deep shock and done a 360 round and bounced back onto the road again. So, very, very lucky.
Taking over the 2-wheel drive lead in their less powerful Class 12 Escort were John Gordon and Thomas Wedlock. The Class 13 machine of Mickey Conlon and Kieran McPhillips was struggling for grip on the slippy stages, and the reigning 2-wheel drive champions were 11 seconds adrift, back in 9th overall. 4th quickest 2-wheel drive crew was Monaghan's Derek Mackeral and Dara Hayes, who led the junior class in their Vauxhall Nova. Shane Kenneally and Ger Connors had been just 2 seconds off the class leaders until they hit a chicane bale on stage 2 and lost several minutes.
Just slippy out there, alright. We went off on the second stage, we hit a chicane, we lost about 5 minutes, so we're just going to try and finish now.
5th in the two-wheel drive section and 13th overall after 4 stages were Damien McGuigan and Michaela McGinn in the Toyota Corolla. Just 6 seconds in arrears were newcomers to the championship, David Condell and Michael Cody in the Escort. Leading Class 11F after the opening loop were Michael Fitzgibbon and Carrie Maroney Ryan in the Honda Civic. Jason and Michael Walsh led Class 11R in their Escort. Defending Class 10 champion Mike Gallagher led the class once again, this time with navigator Seamus Cook. Reigning Class 9 champions Emmett Cronin and Kevin Purcell got off to a good start and led their class after stage 1.
130 now, 1 left and bump into 3 right, don't cut it. 1 left, bump into 3 right, don't cut it. Into a 2 left, into a 2 left, 40 to a 3 right. You're okay, 3 right here now, 3 right.
Sadly, the pair retired with mechanical trouble on stage 2. Rory Maguire and Grace O'Brien took over the class lead in their Vauxhall Corsa. Just 2 seconds adrift and leading Class 3 in their Honda Integra were Emmett Lyons and Tommy Cudahy. A further 4 seconds behind in another Integra were Class 2 leaders Graham Colfer and Brian Ward.
Over bump on 130, it's 3 left. 130 now. To 1 right, over crest and 2 left, the Kings.
Back at the service halt, the sun came out to play and things were looking good at the halfway point of the rally for two-wheel drive leader John Gordon.
A good day so far. You've taken the lead.
Yeah, slippy conditions out there today. Probably suits the smaller engine and the smaller power. So we're just keeping a good steady push on. A wee bit cautious in the last stage now. It was very slippy, so not going too bad now.
Well, Derek, in a good position now leading the junior class.
Yeah, a good position. I think it was a 6-minute lead, so it's going well at the minute. So it is. Stages are good and technical and kind of enjoying them really. So it's good bumpy stages and good speed.
And that's how the overall leaderboard looks with 4 stages down and 4 to go.
It's been success for many of the competitors so far to have even made it to the halfway point. And as one of them pointed out earlier on, this will be a finishers rally. The hailstones are certainly going to add to that. Join us after the break for more action from the Willie Loughman Forestry Stages Rally 2016.
The 2016 Valvoline Motorsport Ireland Forest Rally Championship in association with the following sponsors. Welcome back to Carrick and Suir, County Tipperary for part 2 of the Willie Loughman Forest Rally. Sleet and snow greeted the crews for the second run through the stages, but it's all in a day's work for the well-prepared volunteer marshals.
That's the job.
The worsening conditions were affecting rally leader Niall McCullough's performance, and his overall lead was reduced to just 6 seconds as he struggled for grip in the Evo 6.
Left over crest, 80. To the 2 left over crest, line and 3 right. Big cut in the 3 right. 100 down the middle. 1 right past the lane, 130. 2 left through the dip here now, 300.
Things got worse on stage 7 when they slid off the road and got stuck. hugely disappointing after a great drive until then. Taking over the rally lead were Sam Moffett and James Fulton in the Fiesta R5. The Monaghan crew had over 47 seconds to spare going into the final stage. Despite some differential issues, Patrick O'Brien was posting second fastest times and was looking good for the runner-up spot.
Into crest, 3 right in. 60 slippy. 2 4 left slippy. 40. 2 5 left over crest and long. 6 left over crest. Tightens to 4 left.
Up into third overall, Michael Carbin was on the ragged edge in his Evo 4 and keeping the marshals on their toes. Liam Ryan was delighted to be up to fourth overall on his first outing since 2011. The afternoon stages saw the two-wheel drive lead change hands once more as Adrian Hetherington retook the top spot and held 6th overall in his 2.5 litre Class 14 Escort. John Gordon was 10 seconds adrift in 7th and leading Class 12 in his less powerful Mark II. Third quickest two-wheel drive machine was the Class 13 Escort of Mickey Conlon. The Monaghan man was just 5 seconds further back and in 8th place overall. Damien McGuigan was 10th overall and 4th in the two-wheel drive battle, with Michaela McGinn calling the notes in the Toyota Corolla. While there's a growing number of female competitors in the sport, they're still very much in the minority, an issue the Championship Committee have looked to address this season with the addition of the Best Ladies Crew Award.
Well, the ladies have something to play for this year.
Yeah, well, we're out this year and we're planning on doing the championship, so we're hoping we're going to do well.
It's a minority sport where females are concerned, so how did you first become interested?
Well, I've been going to rallies since I was 6 weeks old. My dad's a marshal and I've been marshalling for the last 2 years of my life, and I just decided that I'd like to start sitting in instead of standing on the side of the road watching him go by.
How does your father feel about that?
He's very nervous. He was more nervous than myself this morning, and he's just hoping that I come back in one piece.
Thankfully, Megan made it home safe and sound, navigating James Driver to 4th place in the junior class. Owen Crowley and Gavin Downey finished 3rd in the junior class in the Peugeot 206. Shane Kenneally and Ger Connors had been last in class after their stage 2 off, but recovered well in the afternoon to take the runner-up spot in their Escort. Despite holding a big lead going into the final loop, Derek Mackeral and Dara Hayes were still on the limit in their Nova, as evident from the cosmetic damage. But they took the win in the junior class and finished 13th overall. A great start in their push for the rallytrader.ie Kumo Tyres junior title.
Yeah, it's great. So it was this weekend. All worked for me, so it did. It was a bit of Shane Kenneally went out, so he did early on, but with a good battle and with a good run, so I had 4th overall after the first loop of stages, and the speed just caught up with me, and I didn't go just as quick in the next loop because I had the class 1, so I just went on to the finish.
Graham Colfer and Brian Ward took the Class 2 win and finished 16th overall, but not without a few scares in the Honda Integra.
150 now, down to 3 left and 40 into 1 right. There's a 3 left here, 40 into 1 right and 1 left and 40 again.
Class 3 winners were Emmett Lyons and Tommy Cudahy, who finished 18th overall, driving another Honda Integra. Robert Moffett made a successful return to rallying after a 10-year break, taking the Class 7 win and 15th overall with James O'Reilly on the notes in the Fiesta WRC. Tyrone's Rory Maguire won Class 9 and finished 17th overall with Grace O'Brien navigating in the Corsa. Tullamore's Mike Garrahy and Seamus Cook won Class 10 and finished 21st overall in their Escort. Barry Mahan and Alton McGowan showed good pace in their Honda Civic, but had to settle for the runner-up spot in Class 11F and 20th overall.
6 left into 6 right on the trees. 6 left, 6 right over crest under the 2 to trees, 100 crest. 100 crest, 250 down over bumps. It's a 6 left, 250 after it.
Taking the Class 11F win in another Civic were Michael Fitzgibbon and Carrie Maroney Ryan, who finished 14th overall. Jason and Michael Walsh won Class 11R in the PM Rally Hire Escort. In Class 12, Hugh McQuaid and Enda Garrity took the runner-up spot and made a late push to climb into the top 10 overall. 3 places ahead and 7th were class winners John Gordon and Thomas Wedlock. In Class 13, Shane McGuigan and Jackie Elliott made good use of the Rally 2 rule to salvage 3rd in class after their earlier drive shaft trouble. Damien McGuigan and Michaela McGinn finished 2nd in Class 13 and 11th overall. 3rd quickest two-wheel drive crew, Mickey Conlon and Kieran McPhillips, won Class 13 and finished 8th overall. David Condell took the runner-up spot in Class 14 and finished 12th overall with navigator Michael Cody. But winning Class 14 were Adrian Hetherington and Gary Nolan. The Tyrone crew survived an early scare to win the two-wheel drive battle and finish 6th overall.
Great to take maximum points for the opening round of the championship.
Aye, because I thought after the 3rd stage this morning that it was all over at one time. The boys pushed us hard, John Gordon and Mickey Conlon, that there was very little in it at the finish, you know.
Back to the four-wheel drive crews now, and taking 5th in Class 20 was Best Ladies crew Gemma Kerley and Lisa Knox in the Subaru Impreza. Dawn Keating made an impressive comeback from 42nd place to take 19th overall and 4th in Class 20. After 11 years away from the sport, former champion Dermot Kelly claimed 3rd in class and 9th overall with navigator Greg Shinners. Jer Lucy and JJ Kremen clocked one fastest stage time en route to 2nd in Class 20 and 5th overall. Liam Ryan and Keith Moriarty took the Class 20 trophy and finished 4th overall in their similar Evo 8. 3rd place on the podium went to Monaghan's Michael Carbin and Dara Kelly after a fantastic drive in their Evo 4. Even more impressive was the performance of last year's junior champions Patrick O'Brien and Anya McGuigan. The Tyrone crew secured 2nd overall despite differential trouble on their 4-wheel drive debut.
5 right over crest jump finish 250.
But with over a minute to spare in the end, it was Monaghan crew Sam Moffett and James Fulton who took the overall win in the Fiesta R5. A first for the championship.
No, we're very happy and a good day for Monaghan now. A few class wins there and Dad won his class, and no, it's been a good day now.
As he plans to do only a couple of events this year, Moffett elected not to register for the championship, so maximum points go to Patrick O'Brien.
Well, Patrick, it was a step up from the junior category. First time in a 4-wheel drive car, 2nd overall. Did you expect this today?
No, we didn't expect it today. We had a bit of bad luck this morning with the diffs weren't working. So we had rear-wheel drive most today. So if we were in the rear-wheel drive class, we were leading rear-wheel drive. So we definitely weren't expecting it this morning.
Well, evidently when you look at the car, you battled your way through today, and to take 3rd overall, you've got to be happy with that?
Yeah, very happy 3rd overall, surely. Now, conditions were very tricky and slippy and that, and a few chicanes caught us out a couple of times. As you can see on the car, but no, it was a good day's crack.
So there's confirmation of the results of the Willie Lockman Forest Rally. And after the opening round of the championship, that's how the leaderboard looks. With title sponsors Valvoline celebrating 150 years in business this year, there was a little treat for those around the podium at the end of the event, including rally commentator and all-round oracle Dougie Hughes.
So according to the voice of motorsport, Dougie Hughes, there were 17 clubs across the country included in the winner's corner this weekend. What a cracking opening round to the Valvoline National Forestry Rally Championship season. We'll be in Ballybourney for round 2, and we're looking forward to seeing you then.